Well, I'm Jean Smith, living Jah-Jireh now, but it's 71 years since I pioneered. I pioneered 71 years when I last counted. On the 20th of this month, I'll be 100 years old. I'm born in India. I had 3 sisters, there were 4 of us, and so were my sisters. Came back, went to school in we were in Wallasey, Cheshire. I went to school there. But I'm much happier in India than I was when I came to England. My parents were what we call godly people, you know. We went to church every Sunday, not my mum, not my father. Every Sunday we went to church and meetings and things. My mother was at home and a knock on the door, and it was a brother. His name was Claude Goodman, I think. Eventually he went to Australia, but and he gave her literature, and he called daily, but not a Bible study as such, but he never missed calling on my mother, giving her literature and things. I think I started nursing because I wasn't home when I went. Anytime I met the brothers, I always spoke to them, they spoke to me. And my mother loved talking to them. And she's very hospitable. They come round, she'd give them dinner, tea at a time. She was very kind to them, but she didn't come in the troop. I'll never once, they were pioneers, a lot of them, and we were meeting to go on the work. I've never forgotten the sensation. And when I went, it was a little, I would say, little mountain where we met. No one was there, not a soul. So I was just getting on my bike to cycle off, and I thought, I came to go on the work and there's no one here. They were going to do the street, so I'll do it. I was terrified, absolutely, really terrified. So I thought, I said a little prayer and I knocked on the door, and I had such a nice day, nice morning. And I thought, it's not as bad as I thought. I made great friends with Steve. And he came to talk to my mother. They got on very well, but she didn't come in the troop. Occasionally she'd come to a meeting, but no way would she change her very posh ways, because she did have posh ways. Steve took me under his wing, and for 2 years he'd take me on the work, he'd take to the meeting, and there's no such thing as any love or familiarity, nothing. It was solely a real good friendship. And then I'll never forget, he took me home to his mother. We were having a cup of tea. And he looked at me. He'd been in love for a long time. To me, I was just his friend. And he said to me, "Would you like to marry me?" And I looked at him, yes. He said, yeah. He was such a nice man. So we were engaged without the ring. And my mother said, common man, very common man. She's a bit of a snob, my mum. Marrying a pauper, what are you going to do? How are you going to live? I said, he's a pioneer. What is this nonsense, pioneer? What is a pioneer? Oh, she was so angry. Pauper. That's what you'll be, a pauper, I know. Calm down, mother, calm down. But of course we weren't paupers by any means. I said he is a lovely man. I said he loves Jehovah. I think he was 14 years older than me when we got married. And I was 22 when I got married. what a good man he was. You trust him with anything. I remember the letter we got, because we were special pioneers. I can't remember what a special pioneer was now. I know more hours you had to put in. And special pioneers, and we got this letter. I was standing up and I went, sat on the floor. Would you two, in so many words, like to go to Gilead and study and maybe abroad? And of course we both said yes, and we set off. And you know, in no time we were in America. I'm not a studier. Steve would sit all night and study. No trouble. I found that hard. I did the studying. I tell you what I did have. I was the best provided minister in Gilead when I was there. The brother in charge, brother friend, he said, we've never had a nurse in the infirmaries. So they put me in there, my desk and everything. And all day I had to do my homework. And I'd have my homework done and Steve had to do it at night. I'd all finished my homework. Audrey, yes. I was cleaning. I loved her, Audrey. It was in Bethel, Brooklyn. And we were like two sisters in the end. And I said, come along, Audrey. Yes, come on, Jean. You know, we were so close, Audrey, Noah and I. It was a treat. She was a lovely woman. She really was. So clean and, yeah, Audrey, Noah. I loved her. There were too many. This was the first photo they took, and they said in future it was 100 there. They'd have 50. So they never had more than 50 photographs. And I think that was better for everybody. But that was the first one. When we went to India, I used to say in England, my friend and I, because one or two used to open the door, my friend and I did start. And I was going door to door, and one of them said, don't say that. The way we say English, this is my friend. The way we say in India, you're making them your boyfriend or girlfriend or something. My friend. We don't like that. We don't like them. So, of course, I never said it anymore. But it's a difference in the language, isn't there? It seems a long time ago now. But then when you pick up the language, you certainly go ahead. We used to always call it Hindustani, but they say Hindi, so. Well, I picked it up, yes, more or less. But to learn, we were being taught Urdu, much harder than I think, than Hindi, even to write. And that was difficult. But I didn't need the writing, really, if you could talk to them. They're very friendly people, mostly. And they'd always invite you in, and you that sort of thing. You'd see some that were showing real interest, but they weren't interested. They were being polite, you know, have a study. And of course, we were always glad for a study, especially that hot weather, marching around and have these studies and things, yeah. When they first came, in the afternoon, they'd go on the work, you see. But I knew about the heat and things. Though we went out the first year, say, come on, Jean, the heat was terrible. really, you'd get heat stroke. Many brothers did it at first. And so we used to all go to bed in the afternoon. And the first year or two, the brother in Bethel said, I hope you're lying down in the afternoon. Steve said, I don't need to lie down. I'm quite all right, thank you. And he said, you'll need to, dear. And of course, it got it. Every afternoon we had to lie down. It was so hot you couldn't. If you touched your door, it hurt your fingers. It was so hot. I had to fight off lovers. There was one man, oh, he was rich. He'd have won a weak woman over, you know. You can have this and you can have that. And you'd be able to live with servants and rich people. I can give you a good time, you know, Jean. I said, I'm having a good time, thank you very much. Your love for Jehovah would take that. No nonsense. I was in hospital twice. Had to have an operation. And you should have gone home, Jean. Never entered my head to leave home. This was our assignment. And when I was coming round from the anaesthetic, all this noise, I think most of the congregation was in the room. In England, they'd have had a fit. And I couldn't hear Steve, and I was saying, is Steve here? Is Steve here? Yes, of course he's here. That's all I could say. Is Steve here? I've had some experiences, I'll tell you. Good old days. It didn't be managed. Jehovah was very loving.